It's the Bride's Best Friend magazine, and we have the privilege and honor to be chatting with Brian, who is the maitre d' at the world-famous, legendary Melvins. Brian has been here since the very beginning. He started this establishment with Melvin, and thank you so much. How long has it been?
We opened the doors to the general public September of 1975. Yeah, we've never closed these doors. We've never closed the restaurant. We're open for lunch and dinner. We've never, ever closed.
Not one day.
Not one day, no.
And Melvin was telling us you've never had one day without live music.
Yeah, every night, 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock. The bar's never closed before 2 o'clock in the morning. We open at 10 o'clock in the morning, close at 2 a.m. in the morning. We've never been closed, ever.
Amazing.
And that's unheard of in this industry.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But aside from that, it's also an extremely romantic environment here.
Yeah. When we set the lights at night and the candles are on the tables and everything's set very, very low, this is without a doubt one of the prettiest, most romantic restaurants in our valley. Without a doubt, hands down. Yeah.
So I would imagine, because of its reputation and its romantic attributes, that you would have a lot of weddings, you would have a lot of engagements, you would have a lot of proposals here?
Absolutely, absolutely. What's nice about our restaurant, it's not a chain restaurant. It is a taste of Palm Springs. When someone wants to come to Palm Springs and enjoy dining and get a taste of Palm Springs, they come here. Because there's chain restaurants all throughout the country. Okay? And that's what's unique about our property. Yeah, we've done a lot of weddings on our property. We do an average at least 1.5 weddings a week on an average throughout the year. Yeah. Summer months we do fewer because it's so warm here, but in the winter we make up for it. Yeah, yes. We have two facilities. We have a courtyard area, and then we also have a pool area. And we can do weddings from just half a dozen people up to maybe 300 people. Yeah.
And you work with local people for the floral and the cakes?
Right, absolutely. There's a couple florists we use, a couple bakers we use, and when I'm sitting in book and sitting with the bride and the groom, I will give them here's the florist we recommend, here are the photographers we recommend, and that way the photographer or the baker or the florist can get a feel for the bride and groom and see exactly where they want to go with their wedding. Yeah.
And with being here for so long, you would really know the good ones from the not so good ones.
Big time, yes, yeah.
So you can really guide them in the right
Right.
direction.
And Armida, who runs the hotel, she's been with us 3 years or whatever. And when it comes, she has a list of different ministers, okay, to use. Down in the restaurant here, I do all the booking of the food, all the facilities, but I do recommend certain florists and certain bakeries. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, what about coordinating the wedding? Do you have somebody that does that, or do you recommend that they go outside for that?
We're sitting with him.
There we go.
But if it's big, then what I do is I suggest the bride and groom get a wedding coordinator, okay? Because we provide the facility, we provide the food, the service, and the liquor, and we will do the cakes and the flowers. But generally, the bride and the groom, the cake is something personal, okay? Flowers are something personal. I mean, I can sit and show you catalogs, but until you actually see it in the flower shop, in the florist, then that way the florist or the baker gets a taste of what the bride and the groom actually want. Right? Yeah.
So, you must have some, after being here all these years, you must have some amazing stories about weddings and proposals.
Before and after? No, I've had one fellow come up to me several times and says, I want to propose to my girlfriend. I says, tell her, don't tell me. You know? But anyway, no. So he was asking for ideas. I said, oh, does she drink champagne? He says, yeah. I said, what we'll do is we'll bring over 2 glasses of champagne, and we'll put the engagement ring in the bottom of the champagne glass. We've put the wedding rings or engagement rings in desserts, food, martinis, cocktails, just on ice. Yeah, and I would say half the time to be bride, okay, or
the bride to be?
Bride to be, is that what you call it? Okay. Half the time they see it, the other half they don't. They get into it, you know, they've swallowed part in their mouth and realize they swallowed something.
Oh, no.
You know, but we do a lot of parties here, and then some people come in with these what do you call iPods?
Yes.
And they'll put it, and I tripped over this guy one time in this main dining room, and I didn't see him, and he was on his knees proposing to the girl. And I tripped him and stuff like that, and I saw this little boombox on the table, and he was playing her favorite song, proposing to the lady. And I thought that was pretty classy. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah. And then I've had them where, after they got engaged here, the horse-drawn carriages, they'll leave and take a ride on the property or on the street and stuff, and come back here. Yeah, but this place brings out the romance in people. It does. It brings it out in me.
Oh. Well, I can see that. I mean, the decor lends itself to a rehearsal dinner, as well as a wedding.
Right.
And you've got, what, 30 rooms here?
Yeah, we have 30 rooms on the property. Yeah, and all of them are appointed differently. It's not two rooms alike. It's not like a big convention hotel where there's blanks and blanks of rooms that are all the same. Each room on our property is individually decorated. Right.
And a wedding party could rent out the whole
Oh,
place?
absolutely. We do quite a bit. They'll rent out the hotel. They'll use both facilities. They buy out the restaurant. Yeah, it's done quite a bit. Yeah, or they can. We have a courtyard area with 6 rooms around it. They can rent out those 6 rooms, have their own party up there. Yeah. But it's a great place to have a wedding because, like I say, it's very private. Okay, it's not a huge convention hotel where they're doing 2 or 3 weddings the same day. We do 1 wedding a day, okay, and we focus in on that way.
And that is so important because I have been to big hotels where they've got many weddings going on, and the staff is just actually scattered around, and nobody's really getting the real attention that they deserve.
The key thing here I might add is that I've been here 34 years. Armida, who takes care of the hotel, she's been here 23 or 24 years. And so when you come to me a year out from planning a wedding or 2 years out, you start with me, you're going to end up with me. The big hotels, they'll start with me, they'll end up with you, and then they'll go to somebody else. Because in big hotels, there's big turnover. So that bride and groom is so comfortable because they met me, they're sold on me, and they know they're going to work with me. They don't have to pick up the phone as Brian, they know he's already left it, well, you'll be working with so-and-so, and they got to start over again. That is the key thing to people having their wedding here versus a major hotel where you start with the food and beverage director, then you go to the catering director, then you go to special events coordinator. The key thing here is that you start with me, you're stuck with me. Yeah. But that's a key point here.
But you know, I've heard a lot of brides talk about how that is a problem for them.
Big time.
Because it's such a personal thing, a wedding, and then all of a sudden the person that they were attached to
working with,
is no longer there, and the new person doesn't really understand what they were going through, and they have to start all over again.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. I look at this, the bride and the groom, so the bride has enough on her mind not to worry about starting all over again with a new sales director, a new catering director, whatever it is. Okay? But another problem they face nowadays is, like I said earlier, we've never closed in 34 years. Like, Ritz-Carlton closed, and people really had to relocate. Riviera closed, which is now open. But when they were closed, they had to relocate. Yeah, you don't have that problem. Once you're here, you're here.
You know this place is not going
away. We're not going
away.
anywhere. That's right. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, no, thank you for sitting and talking, chatting with me.
This was very insightful.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you very much.